Did you have something to say about my wig?
Look directly at you.
Look me in the eye and tell me.
It's like podcasting with Chicken Licken. What's going on?
Who's Chicken Licken?
I feel like you're something out of Chicken Run. What is going on? What is this? Why is it so stuck up at the back? It's like it's Ruby Wax. It's sorry to say, sorry, and all due respect. But
it's an homage. It's an homage. She's an icon.
Something.
I wonder why my flatmate owns this wig. Who was he trying to pretend to be? Who is she? Tell me her story.
Who is she? Ron Weasley? It's like, yikes. Okay. Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon Osbourne.
Could be Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon Osbourne.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, well, we're getting
she'd listen to Tonsil Hockey.
Sharon
Get her on the
Osbourne.
pod.
No, she wouldn't. There's not nearly enough cursing, I don't think. Hey, this is... Wow, what would she... Oh, I don't... Anyway, let's not get into Sharon Osbourne. I simply don't have the time. Let's talk instead about episode 5 of Hunting Wives, and shit's getting good. Sorry, I'm now...
It finally gets good.
I'm in. I'm like, thank you for sticking with us this long. 5 weeks in, it finally gets good. The audacity of us saying it finally gets good 5 weeks into this. But wow, it does. And
before we get into that,
yeah.
What was your horniest moment of the week, please? We are recording this obviously in advance, so I apologize for maybe this is a bit late to the party by the time you're listening to it. But I absolutely love Casey Musgraves' new song.
What's her new song?
Oh my God!
Sorry,
okay.
We have different algorithms and different musical tastes.
What do you listen to?
Not Casey Musgraves.
What do you listen
Which
to?
is fine. Like it's just, is she the butterfly girl? Sorry.
Okay, what do you listen to?
I listen to whatever playlist has been made most recently about heated rivalry on Spotify by the teens, and thank you very much, teens and Etta James.
She's young at heart. She's young at heart.
I listen to a lot of Tracy Chapman. I'm young and hip.
It feels offensive to somehow, even
Sorry.
though I know you're gay. Casey Musgrave starts. The song starts. It's been a real. The song is called "Dry Spell." It's been a real long 335 days, and the last time it wasn't good anyway. I'm so lonely with a capital H.
Nice. It took me way too long. Wow.
If you know what I mean, I've been sitting on the washing machine. Come on, it's a great song.
Okay, Casey Musgraves.
Fun. She's really fun.
Okay, that's actually really fun.
Fun and sexy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, horniest moment of the week goes to that, I think. That's such a cool lyric.
Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, okay, Casey. I will actually listen to that on the way home. But if someone could pop it on a playlist, please. Can
you tell me what scene of heated rivalry
it
would be in?
Una? It's giving Una.
I was thinking...
I'll never stop making everything in my life about these boys.
Would it be like the time... Do you know how Ilya says that like he wasn't with anyone for 2 months? Before he came to the cottage? That's when that's playing.
That's exactly when that's
playing.
It's
in the car as they're driving to the cottage.
Yes!
Lonely with a capital H.
Oh.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. Oh, now I want to rewatch the cottage episode. I love those boys. I miss those boys. Anywho, we simply have to talk about this show. And we will. And I feel like episode 5, very exciting times, because we open, of course we do. But oh my God, sorry. We open with the flashbacks. Whoever's been in charge of the flashbacks has been doing a great job until now. I would say they're getting a little lackadaisical, because this one opens with a flashback where she's been, obviously we know that she was arrested at the end of the last episode. This one starts with a flashback to her in the police station, to her post-crash, we're supposed to believe, that has unfortunately killed someone. But post-crash and drink driving, where she has the world's tiniest cut on her forehead, and that
somehow is making her look more beautiful.
Yeah, it's like the tiniest bit of gloopy blood that's like glistening, and I'm like, oh, this was the clause in her contract. She was like, I'll only be bleeding if I'm stunning, if it's exquisite. One cut, she has one tiny cut. It doesn't make any sense to me, but fine. Sophie is, more importantly, waiting for her lawyer. She's sticking to the story that Margot has made her feel like is her idea, which is that they spent the night together alone. And when asked anything further to recap the night with by the bald-headed cop, she is like, I'm going to wait for my lawyer. I'm not going to tell you anything else. And listen, he actually makes a compelling argument to her face about why it could be her. Like, she bought a gun 4 days ago, so she has the means. She was at the lake house. There's like, I guess he knows that she killed somebody 6 years ago. And she's like, one, I didn't know Abby. And he's like, look, I'm going to get to the truth. And then Sophie does what I think to be one of the maddest moves you can when you're in with a cop. She gets so adversarial and is like, are you going to get to the truth? Because it took you 6 hours to figure out I was in a car crash 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that was sassy. That was sassy.
2 years ago. It was crazy. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you making enemies? What's happening? Your girlfriend can't fix this for you. What are you doing?
It was sassy. Lawyer shows up. She can finally go. She texts Margot.
I'm sorry, wait. You're not going to talk about the lawyer's arrival? That was crazy. Sorry, this absolute buffoon.
Oh, yeah, he's meant to be, like, bad.
He blunders in and is like, sorry, I had food poisoning. So now we have to think about this weird guy shitting. And she's like, the fuck? It was crazy. And also then the police officer's like, I know you think...
The food poisoning subplot.
The food poisoning was crazy. And then she's like, the police officer is like, I know you think I'm some hick, but I'm trying to help you. And yeah, she texts Margot, as you say, and says, I need to talk to you alone or whatever it is. But Jed's running for governor now.
And Margot's applying lotion to her gorgeous legs.
Yes, she is. And he's got a team incoming. He's got crisis PR coming for the Sophie situation. And she distracts him. I'm not quite sure from what.
I guess what's happening?
By?
Obviously seducing him in a sexual manner. But I will say there are two types of wives on TV. and you can identify...
You love a binary and I love to follow you towards them. Go on.
You can identify which one you are based on where the lotion is being applied. There is sexless wife.
Oh my God, yes! Hand cream, Oh my God, you're so right!
And there's horny wife who's doing
the legs.
Yeah.
Oh, single women who solve crime are also allowed to hand cream. Well,
because they ain't having any
and
sex.
That's a fact. Yes. Oh my God, that's so funny. You're so right. Oh my God, that's
true.
So funny.
Something to think about.
Yes, it is. And
is Margot missing anything by any chance? Like, should she be somewhere right now?
Oh, is she not answering Sophie's texts after she took her regrown lesbian virginity? How dare she? How dare she? Cut to my favorite scene in this. It's iconic.
When I saw that scene, I was like, we are finally cooking with fucking gas.
I love it so much. Jill, Monet, Callie. Is that the three? Or is Jill not there?
I'm not sure if Jill is there.
Monet and Callie are definitely...
All the sort of supporting
The
girls.
et al. Wives and Callie are there, and the words are uttered. Are we jerks for getting procedures when there's been a murder? Lol.
Yes! They're having a Botox party.
They're having a Botox party. It's so exciting. And
then one of them gets Margot's units because she's not there and says it would be a shame to let her units go to waste. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's iconic.
There's a gay nurse.
There's a gay nurse. He's fabulous. It's so great. Now, Sophie returns home.
So far, the sort of the local Mapleburg grinder has got the reverend's, got the sheriff's, got Chip, and the gay nurse who does the Botox. Exciting times.
Oh my God, yeah, wow, it really is. It's a small place. But Sophie's husband didn't come to the station and she's mad. But guess what? He's more mad because she had a freaking gun. Don't make me be on Graham's side, but I'm sorry to say it.
He was making points. He was making
some points in this. I was like, okay. She was like, I tried to fit in for you and I took it too far by buying a gun. And he was like, are you joking? You bought a gun. Also, sorry, did you bring it to the house? And she's like,
with a 7-year-old. I was like, I saw the child actor and I was like, there's no way that boy can figure it out. But I remember that he's actually meant to be 7 and a 7-year-old could figure it out.
And also just like, don't have a gun in your house that your partner doesn't know about when you also have a child in the house. Just
don't have a gun.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, in sidebar, you lost your gun? Huh, wonder how you did that. Oh, wait, were you also drinking? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, you're lying about anything else? And she's like, oh, nice. I take the BMW out. And he's like, so you're drinking and you're driving? And she's like, not at the same time, which does feel like an important distinction.
But also remember, she's having some lesbian sex also. And
she does leave that
detail
detail
out.
out.
Teenagers also?
Yeah, she does leave a lot of those things out. And then she leaves the Xanax out. And she's like, I don't know where my gun has gone because I got so drunk that I blacked out. And
That's not the alibi you think it is, babe.
it really isn't. And she is weirdly calm given what's going on. And he is making some solid points. At this point, if you're watching in England and it goes to the ITV ads, remember last time we were like, what are these dramas?
Oh, yeah. Sheridan Smith employed, booked and busy.
Booked and so busy. But separate to
Where
that.
do you think I'm getting all these wigs?
Separate to that, ITV's other hustle is that they want hot 22-year-old women to be in the police.
Huh?
Have you seen? These are all the ads I'm getting. They're like,
I'm only getting ITV shows.
they're all to join the police, and they're all women who just had lip filler being like, come on, girls. And I'm just like, oh. Anyway, yeah, it's grim.
But maybe it's themed. First of all, it makes me feel like it's targeted, and that you seem more susceptible to be joining the police force than I am.
Which is so insane. You'd be way better in the police than me.
Are you serious?
I think you could be institutionalized quicker.
Wow.
I think that if someone said you could be the best police girl we've ever had.
But you could live in an all-female dorm. I don't know what being a policeman entails. I think there are dorms.
Best police girl? Is that a thing?
Okay,
no,
maybe you'd be in the army.
I think we both. I think yes. I think we both hate the police too much, but ultimately would possibly thrive in the army. Yikes!
That's horrible.
Isn't that horrific?
Cadet Kelly. We would be Cadet Kelly.
We really would be. Are we doing Botox after the shift? Anyway, Sophie's
freeze your wrinkles. Okay.
That's good stuff. But what is Margot's deal and why won't you call our girl back? We don't know what's going on with her. What we do know is
at this point, are you thinking maybe Margot knows that Sophie did kill Abby and is trying to distance herself from it all?
Or she suspects that Sophie did, and so she's trying to just be like, I can't deal with this. Potentially.
Because the whole time I was questioning why Margot isn't just sticking to the same story as Sophie is.
Yeah. Or if like she did it? I'm confused. I'm either like she thinks Sophie did it or she did it. By the way, we did at the Botox party, what we didn't talk about was I was really confused because get it girls, they're all definitely getting Botox and good for them. The thing I'm loving about Malin is that she isn't. As an actor, like her face really moves. And so I was in a way I was like, and it's something I've been really enjoying about the show is that her face actually has lines and moves, which you realize the absence of when you see it now. You're like, shit, most women on television aren't able to move their faces. And so I was like, that's the only thing that just felt a little bit out of character, but was that she would be getting Botox. But anyway, that's just if anybody else is paying incredibly detailed attention to this.
Really interesting.
I just thought I'd mention it.
And all the discussions about whether like a period, like people in period pieces, actresses in period pieces, like shouldn't have Botox.
Yeah.
So interesting.
But obviously they shouldn't. It makes no sense.
Oh, of course not. There's I have nothing but love for Anne Hathaway. I think she's incredible and beautiful and perfect.
Yeah.
But it does have Botox. There's like little side-by-sides of her crying in Love and Other Drugs pre-Botox and then afterwards. It's very, very clear. And it's very interesting to me that like I do think Anne Hathaway, and I don't want to single her out because obviously loads of people are getting Botox, and maybe one day I will as well. Who's to say? I don't give a shit.
I have, and I will again.
As you should. I think it's one of those things where it's like letting yourself get ugly.
This is the thing. It's about Chloe, who directed Hamnet, Chloe Zhao, said recently that like the kind of like the problem for acting is like it requires authenticity, and the like enemy of authenticity is vanity. Yeah, and I think that's so true. And I feel like it, unfortunately, yes, with acting, like you do have to be able to move and express your face, unless your character is that kind of person, or like who would get Botox. So like I get that Callie would have it, right. But I'm also like, I think that's so astute, and also like most of the time, you know in advance of a job. Just like let it wear off. It only takes like 3 months.
That's so interesting.
I'm just like, obviously let it wear off if you're playing someone in any period, really.
Such a good point. Vanity versus authenticity. I like that a lot.
It really made me be like, that is interesting. But
we're back.
We're back.
Sorry.
And Pervy Pastor is unfortunately watching videos of Abby.
And then moves on to her friend.
And he's drinking vodka. And there's eerie music, so it's very unsubtle, to the point that it's giving me Pretty Little Liars flashbacks. Except obviously in this case, they do recognise that the paedophile's a paedophile.
Oh my God, that's shady. But
sorry, Pretty Little Liars.
True.
She was just having an affair with the teacher, and we're all just like,
And we were like rooting
hope
for
they
them.
stick it out.
We
It
were
was
rooting for them.
Crazy. But he's looking at a video of her friend who has the baby. Nina, is it? Question mark?
Yes.
And then Jamie's playing basketball and Brad comes around and is like, why aren't you texting me back? And I'm like, sorry, are they in love? But they're not.
Brad is wearing a what is that? Because it's definitely not a t-shirt. I don't even think it counts as a garment. What it is a t-shirt whose sleeves have been cut off so aggressively that the nipples are just out.
Yeah, it's something, and I like it.
And you could see everything from his waist all the way up to his armpit.
Yeah.
And as a garment, I'm very into it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I'm very into it.
I feel like I want to see Ilya in them. Mainly, isn't that tragic that that's what I see now? A hot man in a hot garment, and I'm like, put Ilya in one.
I fully agree because it's like he is essentially nude. You could see everything.
It's like gaping. It's like open.
Someone is.
Oh my god.
It's
the boys have a fight. The little boys have a little fight,
and the nipples are out.
And he's like, I want you to tell them that we went home to Jamie, and Jamie's like, I'm not gonna lie for you when you were so shit to Abby. And then motherfucking Brad says, you're just annoyed you didn't get my sloppy seconds about a dead girl. And it makes me want to throw things at the television. He's such a little shit. And then they're physically fighting, and Jamie rips up said stupid t-shirt, and then they're interrupted by a woman who took her moment, a woman who gets one line in this show and fucking hams it for everything it's worth. She's like, y'all right, or something like that, but she's so dramatically interrupts them with her tiny dog. She's like,
and the haircut, I think, very similar to what I'm doing.
Yes. Oh my god, it's a pleasure to have you in studio today. She's like, are y'all okay? Like, she like goes for it. It's very like, Stella. It's like she takes it and runs with it, and I think it's amazing. And I honestly wish her the best for her and her career.
And that was probably the most subtle take they had.
Yeah, exactly.
The only one she didn't
was
pass
like,
out in.
y'all okay? And so then the cheeriest woman in the world, who's called Bev, is talking Star through the funeral of her child.
Mm-hmm.
She's like talking about caskets and saying there's going to be a brushed copper one. And it turns out Jill paid for an upgrade of the casket. And now Star
not happy about
is absolutely livid. We return to a scene with Jill and Star. So you know we're going back to soap acting. You know we're going soap opera. That's right. Star, when she opens the door, pushes Jill. She pushes her, full body slam. She's like, watch what happens if you fuck around and make me come back here. I don't know who Star is. Who is she?
She's got a new pair of boots.
It's wild.
And they're made for walking.
Yeah, they are. It's wild. Meanwhile, Sophie is getting out of the shower and has obviously been in the shower, so thinking about
She
Margot.
squeezes her hair straight onto the floor, which I didn't love, and it's something that I thought that you may have clocked, but I guess I've...
Solid point. Yeah, what?
Just on
What?
the floor.
Yeah,
I don't like
that doesn't make any sense. But she needs to leave a voice note for Margot. And Margot's voice note is everything. Like, if we thought Ilya's was in character, then so too is Margot's. The same level of iconic voice note. She says, it's Margot. Go on and say something sweet now. What? Gorgeous. And then Sophie's just kind of ad-libbing potentially... what's the word where you
incriminating?
Yeah, potentially incriminating things. She's like, they think I killed her. I need to talk to you alone. And then she says the line that all tops like to hear.
I need you.
And then she goes out of her house in a denim jumpsuit. So she's fully playing gay now. Where there's no ambiguity.
She shows up to Margot's house. She gets turned away by the PR lady for the campaign.
The campaign lead.
Then she gets turned away by Jed.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, what's happening in parallel is quite important, and something that Malin Ackerman has talked about in interviews is that essentially the reason the wig was so bad was because they had a specific wig made for her, but then I guess it got lost or something, so they just bought a last minute wig, and that's why the wig in the first few episodes looks so busted. And then they wrote into the script that she got her like hair highlighted or something.
She's in foils.
Yes, and
she's in foils.
She's in foils, and from that moment on, it's her real hair.
Okay, yes, and you can see it become her real hair because suddenly she has a scalp. And it's like, okay.
And yet here I am sitting with my natural locks.
And that's gorgeous. And it looks beautiful. Beautiful. You look so, and you certainly are here with your hair. Then Sophie gets in her car and starts to look up the women who were at the Botox party, the et al. Wives.
And they all blocked
Jill,
her.
Callie, they blocked her.
Including Margot.
Cunts.
And she says, okay, you cunts.
Fuck
and
you.
Fucking fine. I was like, the Botox scene, and then the fact that all of them blocked her, I was like, yes.
Yes.
Like, finally, let's go cuckoo bananas.
Yeah, this is also feeling like the women of like selling Sunset. This is like, I was like, yes, this is a move they would make. And then you get the sense, finally, Sophie has been like woken up from her, I guess, being vagimatized and is like back in the room and she's got something in the tank and you're like, okay, now we have we've actually got somebody who can match Margot. Give me some fucking juice. It's so exciting. Jill sees Brad beaten up by Jamie and he's like actually weirdly a kid for a second. He like genuinely tries to tell her where he was that night and she is like, nope, I don't want to hear it. And you actually see him like really be like, kind of like made, you know, do you ever have those horrible moments where you see like a young boy basically being told to man up and you see them harden in that moment? I feel like we see that with Brad even more so in that moment than we have already. She's like, I don't need to know it. I'm just gonna make you a snack and everything's gonna be okay. And Margot is not just in her own hair now, but she is a blonde First Lady of Texas. And she is in a Hillary Clinton blue trouser suit, pantsuit. And it's very exciting. And the team are managing the shit out of her. But she's like, no. Y'all want me to muddy the truth, but I'm actually going to go to the police station and tell the truth. What does it mean? What does it mean? And will she? It's very exciting. Jill goes to find Jamie then.
And so in that moment, I was hands on the cards on the table, convinced that Jill was the killer, just because she's so crazy.
Yeah, I assume she is at this point.
Yeah, and also because she like clearly wants to fuck Brad, and I was like,
and she's just desperate to be covered for that night. So,
yes. So in that moment, I'm like, she's gonna kill Jamie.
Yeah,
I literally was like, if she doesn't find a way to get Jamie to lie about his alibi, she's gonna kill this poor boy.
But also, like, I am like, what's up with Margot and why is she behaving so? Maybe it was her, and also the vodka and cinnamon thing with the vodka and the pastor, like they've done a very good job of making me be like, but it could be this person and it could be this person. Like I am in debt, and I think that's very exciting because often you're like, it's
makeup, you nailed it.
Yeah, well done. But she goes to find Jamie and she basically blackmails him into going along with the storyline because she's like, Holy Horizons have a fellowship program that gives out $50,000 for your education. And he's like, I've never heard of it. And she's like, well, seems like you have a really good chance of getting it because friends take care of each other kind of thing. And it's like, fuck, she's evil. She's evil.
They're all evil, babe.
I know, but I know. And then Margot's with the police officer again, in with the sheriff again, which again, what the hell are the rules around how proximate you can be to the person? Like, if you fucked their wife, they shouldn't be interviewing you, I think.
Unless it's about fucking their wife.
Yes, I agree. That's fair.
How can I please her?
Inexplicably, her husband and her lawyer are in this questioning with her. Is your husband allowed to just come in and sit with you?
I don't know. And then at some point during the interrogation, she asks the sheriff to stop recording her, which I don't know if a person who's being questioned is allowed to say. But
yeah, she's like, I'm going to tell you something private about my family. And so he just turns off the camera. So the guy, our cop with the bald head outside is like, sorry, the fuck?
Yeah, I guess you're just allowed to do that.
I don't think you are, because he's like, the fuck? Which makes me think that like it's even then it's like not that normal. But she, most importantly in this scene, does not back up Sophie. Having made Sophie stick to this line of like, we both were there together all night. She's like, I got a family emergency phone call at 10:30 and I left. And it's like,
this is the first time we're hearing of it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I assume it's a lie at this point. Baldy goes to find Babyface, who is still on sick leave. And she makes her... Wanda is a fucking genius. Wanda's like, how is her buying a gun 4 days before proof she did it? Can she even shoot it? If she only bought it 4 days before, does the girl have a good shot? And I was like, this woman's so clever. And then they go to the funeral, and everyone's at the funeral. And the boys make up by shaking hands. Men suck. And the in a very true to life moment, Jed's ex-wife is slagging off Margot, and the twins are like, "Mom, it's a fucking funeral," and he was like, "Yes, please." And the pastor has his Britney mic on, and Sophie walks into this funeral, and like little lap dogs, like little guard dogs, Monet and Callie go
and kick her out.
Kick her out. It's so horrible. I mean, on the one hand, I do kind of get where they're coming from, because when she's like, "I'm just here to talk to Margot," they're like, "This isn't the place or the time." But also, it feels so mean.
And the fact that she could just send her dogs is
Yeah, she doesn't even have to do anything. Sophie cries. The police see all of this. She goes outside, and on her window screen
is a little sketch of the iPad guy. Right?
Is it?
Is it not?
It might well be, but I just saw that the message said...
Yeah. And he says, "Do you believe me now?" or something like that.
Okay, now do you want to talk to me? Yes. Oh, it's a sketch of an eye patch.
Yeah, so she knows who it's coming from.
Okay, as if she wouldn't know. How many men do you think are chasing her around town, being like, "You want to talk to me, Blondie?" But okay, maybe he thinks she's popular. And Jamie runs out to ask if she's okay, and it turns out they didn't have sex as we suspected. Because she kept saying to him, he was like, "Oh, I wish, lol, very true to life. But you just kept saying I was your baby boy and too young for you, and it killed the mood." Well done, Sophie. Well done.
I mean, I would have just assumed that was foreplay. I'm kidding.
We have different interests. And then he tells her that he took Brad home after that. And he says again, "Be careful, these people don't fuck around." And that was when so initially I thought, fuck you, Jamie, that you're taking this like bribe in order to betray, like, I guess, truth ever coming out for this girl who died. And then I was like, I mean, he doesn't have a way out, and he's trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Get your bag. Absolutely get your bag.
Maybe not at the expense of justice, but I feel like, he's trying to get the fuck out of this place where people just use and abuse each other.
But he's lying, but he knows he's innocent, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he's lying about his own location, but in both locations he didn't kill the girl.
That's true, I guess. It's just that, like, obviously that's not going to help the investigation. I'm such a Puritan. Sophie thinks
these women got their tits out. She's thinking about the investigation.
I'm like, let's just stay on message. Let's just keep the facts. Yeah, okay. Sophie has like truly gone native, because she describes this as a hinky conspiracy. And Graham is confused and says she sounds crazy. And then Flynn and Salazar. Flynn is the name of the bald guy.
Sure. As if I'm going to remember that.
They come to their house. And honestly, at this point, they're like, "Hey, listen, now would be a good time to say the truth." And I'm like, I'm screaming at my television for Sophie for some reason to tell these cops, like, I trust this pair. I think they will help her. But she doesn't do it. She doesn't tell. She just says, "Nope, I was there with Margot." And they're like, "Interesting," because she doesn't say that.
Vagmatized. Vagmatized.
Turns out she's not actually woken up at all. At which point they leave, and then Graham's like, "Okay, you sound crazy. You brought a gun into our house. You drank so much you're blacking out. Bear in mind that you did have a CPS investigation before." I'm like, "Graham, I actually can't believe I'm backing you, my guy." And he kicks her out, and I'm on his side. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I do think it's very they present well that Sophie's no angel.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, at no point are you like 100% sure of her innocence, and I think that's a good thing. Yeah.
And then we're by the grave for Abby, and what they don't do well is portray this pervy pastor as in any way inconspicuous. He is sat in a car at the end of the road,
and like, spray painted on the car is the word pedophile.
Yeah, he's just like drinking vodka and staring up at them all at the grave. And then her friend goes by him and he offers her a lift, and she, unlike Abby, is flattered by his interest in her. He's playing gentle worship music on the radio, so he's not a threat. And she's like, "I miss you at Holy Horizon." And he says, and this is when I feel nauseous, "Don't worry, God is still my homie." Blech. Go to jail. Go to jail.
You're going to jail just for that.
You go to jail.
Oh, no.
And then he's like, "But it's okay. Here we're just one man, one woman in the same pain." And he puts his hand on her leg, and she looks happy. And I'm like, oh no, this girl's self-esteem is so low. It's horrible.
And it also will play a part in a discussion that we'll have in a later episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Find that very interesting.
Sophie's looking at this point now, suddenly, sorry to say suddenly, but all of a sudden, Sophie is devastated. to have to leave the son she has spent literally no time with in the last 5 episodes because all she could think about was Margot's Koch.
Oh, yeah.
But now, devastated.
Honestly, I, as a working woman, I'm concerned of what's going to happen to my life once I have a baby. But Sophie's making me think I'm going to have all the free time in the world.
No, genuinely.
I can go buy boots. I can kill a boar. I can conduct an entire police investigation.
Have an affair. I'm like, girl, tell me your son's name. Say his name, because I don't think you know it. So then Sophie does what all people on television do, which is, despite living in a mansion, she goes to a motel. Yeah. Are there no hotels in America?
I feel like, I mean, I guess the DoubleTree by the airport is all occupied by single dads.
I guess.
And that's booked through, babe. What, you want to get into the DoubleTree? Psh, don't make me laugh.
You're so right. You're
the
so
one
right.
next to the court with a custody hearing? No.
You're so right. So she goes to a motel and she does genuinely a good bit of prop comedy with that thing that I've never been sure of the use of, but it turns out is the bag holder in hotel rooms.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, that, like, falls out
Yeah.
with the straps across, and you're like, is this a seat? But what is this? I don't know what this is. But she does some fun prop comedy with that. I really enjoyed it. And then she calls Margot again, and this time she has lost her freaking
Have you ever seen
nerve.
anyone be more gay than a woman leaving a very, very, very angry voicemail?
Yikes, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And
We've
honestly,
all been there, though.
She goes so over the top. She's like, how dare you, queen fucking bee? You're a sick person. And I'm just thinking the whole time, I'm thinking like, maybe don't send it. Maybe don't send it. Maybe don't send it. I just think don't send it. But she does send it. And it cuts to Margot in the cleanest white shirt you've ever seen. Crisp is it? Because she's now the first lady in waiting. And she's eating a cheese board with the sheriff and Callie and her husband. And Callie says, basically, like, she can believe that Sophie would have killed Abby because she's Boston elite, which I didn't know was a sentence you could say. I didn't think those two things went together.
Boston strays, Massachusetts.
A Boston elite with a body count, and she's a cunt.
And at this point, I'm thinking, Callie, did you kill Abby to frame Sophie?
I know, with her gun, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because she's a crack shot. Well done. This show does make me be like, I think anybody could have done it.
She's amazing at shooting.
Yeah.
She knows Sophie just got a gun, and she wants to get rid of her because she fucking hates her.
Yeah. Would she have killed Abby to do all that? I don't know. She's kind of psycho. She's so hot. Anyway, is it the sheriff is like, what about you, Margot? Do you think she could have done it? And
she plays the voicemail to everyone for everyone to hear. That is girl on girl crime.
It's really hateful. It's mean stuff. That's when I was like, oh, you hate Sophie. Like, you're a bad person. What is your game? At which point then I'm like, wait, did Margot do it? Because like, why are you turning people against her so hard? And then Sophie isn't able to sleep in her motel. Who could? And her phone rings at 2:28 a.m. and it's Sienna Coulson. And she's like, sorry, who? And she's like, Sienna Coulson.
As if we were supposed to know who the fuck that is.
She's like,
please.
Come again? And she's like, Sienna Coulson Banks, Jed's ex-wife. And we're like, okay, amazing thing. You didn't know who that was. And she's drunk. And we know that because she's on her living room floor drinking. And she's basically like, girl, you got to be smarter. You look guilty as sin. And Sophie's like, I'm not guilty. Here are all the reasons. She's like, no. This isn't about facts. This is about how you look. And then she says, you need to be asking who wants you to look guilty. If you look guilty, who wants you to and why? And she describes Margot. Do you want to say it?
As a cunt and a snake?
She says, that cunt's a snake, and I can say that because I'm a cunt and a snake. Mwah! Oh, I love it so much. And then she says, Kyle is the one you need to worry about, not Jed.
Yes, because allegedly Kyle threatened the ex-wife, whose name I already forgot,
Sienna Coulson Banks,
to insist she signs the divorce papers.
Obviously, at this point, I was like, "Who's Kyle?" And then I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's her brother."
Kyle.
Kyle is her brother, and yes, so Kyle is the reason that Jed's ex-wife is living in a shitty little apartment because he said he would break her kneecaps if she didn't sign a terribly unfair divorce agreement. And Sophie's like, "Where can I find Kyle?" And she goes there, and I'm sorry, in yet another move with Sophie, I'm like, don't do that. Why are you going there? She's driving
It's
into
like
this,
horror film. It's like horror film. Like,
horrific.
don't go in there,
It's
don't go in there.
like 4 a.m. She's driving into this trailer site, and we know he's bad, and she goes and knocks on his door, and I'm like, no, please, just call Salazar. Babyface will help you, please, for fuck's sake, don't go in there, please. And he comes out with a gun.
Cock out. Cock fully out.
Oh yeah, he's cocked and cocked. That's right. He's double cocked. And he is like, who the fuck are you? Get in. And I'm scared. I don't like it.
I will say this continues the trend of completely asexual male nudity in this show.
That's true. Another naked man where you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
get a robe. And he does, but we'll get to that. At which point the song plays.
Which song?
I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden.
I don't even know that song.
Oh, it's like a classic country tune, but I don't know who it's by. But it's such funny lyrics because it's like, for me, it really hit because I was like, yeah, Margot. It's basically Margot being like, yeah, we fucked. I didn't say I'd be nice to you.
Oh,
and it's like, it's such a good song
by
choice.
Lynn Anderson.
It's such a good song choice. I love it so much.
That's really fun. That's really
It's
fun.
just such a good song choice for the end of that episode, and so. That's episode 5, at which point I'm really like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And also, who the fuck did it? I will say, I didn't think I'd be in this for the mystery. This is the opposite of Heated Rivalry, where I was like, I'm here for the hockey, and then I stayed for the sex. I came for the sex. I'm staying for the mystery.
For the hunting. We gotta know the truth. We absolutely need to know the truth.
We simply must.
Okay.
Olga.
At this point, are you far enough in the show to know who did it?
No. Do you know?
I finished it.
But you find out?
I don't know if you do.
Oh my God, you're terrible at lying. Okay, no spoilers.
All right, tell me, what was the horniest you felt during this episode?
Oh my gosh, thank you for asking. Wow. Thank you for asking.
Always.
The horniest I felt in this specific episode.
I'm going to answer the question
Go
by
on.
saying every single time they said the word cunts. Because I'm a snake and I'm a cunt, hot.
Yeah.
And then when Sophie found out that she was blocked, okay, you cunt.
Yeah, I think when she was like, fuck you, and then sped out of there in her Jeep, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in. I also wasn't not turned on by the campaign manager who's like, do you need me to call the police?
Oh,
I was like,
but that's
okay,
that's
girl.
like Una, Catherine Bohart.
Yeah, I was like, this
sort
girl
of-
seems like she'll run this campaign.
There is nothing more erotic to you than a woman with a clipboard.
It is that I'm like, she would organize such a good holiday. And so that's my vibe. Yeah, that was who
freaking the spreadsheets, Catherine Bohart.
I truly that.
Also, I think it's been alluded for so long, 5 episodes now, that like Sophie used to be a wild child in Boston, but Graham really tamed her, and it's like, I want to see the wild child.
Yeah.
Like, show me the fucking
Yeah,
crazy
well,
side.
she's the kind of woman who shows up randomly in a trailer park at 4 a.m. to find Kyle, and it's like, oh God, I don't know about all this. I don't know. I think you should go back to playing by the rules, please. Where are your flip flops, for God's sake? Yeah, really, really good. Favorite line of dialogue in this episode?
Favorite line of dialogue is, of course, are we jerks for getting procedures after there's been a murder?
That's really fun.
Are we jerks for getting procedures after there's been a murder? That is, I mean, that's Hemingway. That's Baby Shoes Never Worn. Like that, there's an internal microcosm inside that.
It's so good.
It's gorgeous.
It's really good stuff. For me, I'm afraid it has to be, and I can say that. That cunt's a snake, and I can say that because I'm a cunt and a snake. Yes, please. I love it. I also, did you have a favorite what the fuck moment in this episode?
I feel like you have one ready to go.
For me, it was that she sent the voice note. I was like, delete. Surely, I thought she was going to delete at every point. I thought she'd delete, but I was like, oh, I think you're supposed to be in PR.
Yeah.
So that made me feel like queasy.
I thought the blocking on Instagram.
Really?
Well, for me, I think that's the most violent thing you could do to another person.
It was pretty violent.
If I found out I was blocked, it would ruin me.
Okay, good to know.
I shouldn't have given that information
Logged.
so freely.
Logged.
Mute me, sure.
Logged.
Even unfollow me.
That's
but
so
block
funny
me.
because-
It's because you want me to know.
Oh, I just think block me. I think I've already won. You care that much. Thank you. Charmed.
Oh my God, you're like that Taylor Swift song.
Charmed. Gorgeous. Well, in that case, Are you as in as we are now? I feel like I went off the deep end with the show and I'm now like, okay, I'm in. Let us know what you're thinking. We'd love to hear it. You can email us at tonsilhockeypodcast@gmail.com.
Or follow us on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at Tonsil Hockey Podcast.
Obviously, we're still talking all things heated rivalry on our Patreon, where we are so grateful for your support. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us there. For the live show recordings, you can get them there. For the Las Vegas remix, you can get them there. For Dinner with Hayden, you can find that episode there. And of course, we are reading The Long Game on Patreon for all of our extra episodes because obviously hunting wives, but we're having an affair with heated rivalry still, and we will continue to do so until the day we die.
Come along for the long game.
But for now, yeehaw, have a nice week.
Have a mighty fine week.
Say something sweet now. Bye.